What up, guys? It's Justin Burke here, and this is my debut episode of my new podcast. This is what we like to call Just In with Justin Burke. All right, and I'm obviously your host, Justin Burke. I got three beautiful, sometimes chaotic ladies sitting on the other side over here. And we're just going to go ahead and get the show on the road. So I would like for them to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Gracelyn.
I'm Abby.
I'm Emin Eagle.
Oh man, they got some big smile on their faces right now, but I don't know if that's gonna last just a little. I don't know if that's gonna last for too long. So you know what, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop up with. You know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about what this podcast is gonna bring to the table. We're gonna bring some authenticity. You know, we're gonna bring some different people, different personalities. You know, different strokes, as well as different folks. So you know, it's gonna be a pretty fun time if you ask me. I know I'm going to have fun. And, you know, this, a lot of people, they're going to be smiling. A lot of people, they're going to be like, huh? Whenever they hear some of the stuff that I may say or whatever they may say. But in my opinion, you know, we're all here. We're all open-minded, I think. So, you know, this should be fun, I guess. So, question number one for you ladies. I want to ask you guys, what is one thing that you believe that us as men should stop doing?
A lot of things. Cheating.
Shit. Anything else?
What?
Anything else?
Go ahead.
I didn't say nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, you said something.
Having high expectations when they can't even reach their own high expectations. Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah. I mean, for the most part, yeah. I mean, there's just some things that it's impossible for a man to do because, you know, he's a man. I mean, I can't.
What are some things that you think that you expect of a woman that you aren't incapable of doing?
Pushing out a kid.
God, this is going to be a long podcast.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's one of the things that's kind of impossible for me to do.
That what Graceland means is that if a man is looking for a woman and he has very high expectations, like I want my girl to have this, 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 and this, I think that she means that it's not fair that if a guy doesn't have this, 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 and this, that meets her standards, and it's kind of an unfair.
I perfectly
where-
agree. I perfectly agree
Okay,
with that.
yeah.
And, you know, it's kind of, you know, a two-sided coin because, you know, I agree as well as I think, you know, if a woman should ask something from a man, she should be able to bring something to contribute to what she's asking for. I'm not saying she got to be equal in that, but I'm saying that she has to, like, contribute in that regard. I mean, you know, here's another question for you guys. I mean, what are your deal breakers, if you have any?
Bad hygiene, no work ethic.
That's fair.
No work ethic is a big thing for me because I feel like I have a very high work ethic. I have 2 jobs. I'm in school and I'm working like towards my goals. But whenever I meet someone that doesn't have any work ethic at all, I feel like that's a huge deal breaker for me.
Mine is definitely probably, this kind of goes for female and men, to be honest. Like women and men. Like if you go around.
Well, I'm talking about your personal ones.
Yeah, reputation basically. So if you're around messing with multiple females but thinking that you're about to just meet like the love of your life, or yeah, you go around messing with multiple female for one.
See, I may have a counter argument with that, but I'm going to let you go, Gracelyn. What's your answer?
What was the question?
Okay, what is your personal deal breakers?
I don't really know. I think it depends on the person and where they're at in life.
I don't know. Some girls, I don't know. Most girls, they usually have like something that they just ain't going to let fly. Or they just automatically disqualify.
I mean, I feel like a lot of girls
she don't
have
like you
the
like that, of
same
course.
deal breakers, if that makes sense. Like bad hygiene. Yeah, ew, no, absolutely not.
You'd be surprised.
Bad work ethic. Like if you can't get up on time or you don't want to go to work because you don't feel like going to work, like that is so icky to me. Like you are a man, you should want to provide for not only yourself, but for your future wife. You know what I'm saying? So when you're like sitting there like, everybody has days. Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
Yeah.
everybody has days. But don't sit there and, like, not have a plan for yourself as a man. I'm sorry.
You know, it's crazy. You know, and Abby, I wanted to get back to you. What do you mean by like reputation and stuff? Because you said if he like talks to like multiple girls, they expect a future wife.
Okay.
I don't know what you meant by that.
So
Can you
what I
explain?
mean by that is like, hold on, give me a second.
You got this. I'm gonna let you cook, girl.
What I mean is basically like, so if you, because everyone has a past. I won't judge anybody for their past, but I'm saying if you are openly and proudly messing with multiple women, and you are lying to each woman about what you're doing, that is a deal breaker for me.
Okay.
So
okay.
if I know, like, you're telling me one thing, but I know that you have another woman in your phone, and just based on your past, no, I'm not going to trust you.
So being a whore?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry.
No. That's perfectly okay.
I don't feel like you're picking up what I'm throwing down.
No,
right now.
I'm picking up, but what Graceland said, something literally just clicked into my head. You know how most women don't want a man to be a whore, but what I'm slowly realizing in time is they maybe don't want a whore, but they want a man who's capable of being a whore.
Can you elaborate?
Basically, what I mean by that is, and let me cook real quickly. Basically, no, they are not.
No.
Most dudes can't. Most dudes can't have hoes if they tried. Like for example, it's like your loyalty doesn't really mean that much if that's the only choice that you have, and that's why like being loyal is like it hits a little differently if people know that you can have hoes. That's what I mean by that. Like, women don't want a man to cheat, but they want a man who can.
I honestly completely agree with you. I think that a woman wants a man who is attractive, obviously has a good personality, which, I mean, they're capable of having hoes because a lot of women want them. But I think that where that comes down is a woman wants a man that has enough morals and doesn't want to have hoes and like wants to go and have one woman for the rest of his life. I'm not saying you have to like settle down and date the one person that you're going to date for the rest of your life. Everyone has phases, everyone goes through stuff, but it's like, I think that women want a man who is capable of having hoes. And I agree with what you're saying, because I mean, if he's capable of having hoes, he has things that women want. Yeah. But it goes down to like a man who is capable of having hoes but chooses not to.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he has better morals than that.
Well, not even that. It's just like a lot of women want to feel like they're special. And what's a easy way to tell if a woman is special? If a highly desired man literally just picks her and only her, when he could have different kinds of women. I mean, that's the one thing that a lot of women, they don't really say out loud, but I feel like they maybe sometimes think about this, because like some women don't want to win, they want a winner, because it's like most dudes out here, like I said earlier, they could get sex if they tried. I mean, you see a lot of these dudes out here. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I mean, a lot of them suck.
I see them every weekend.
All right, and my point exactly.
Okay, no, wait. I have something to say. I think that, yes, a woman wants to be picked by a man who has a lot of options, but it also goes to the point where it's like a woman that is with a man who has been with like everyone that you know, like she's never going to feel special. And like, yes, he's picking you right now, but you're never going to feel special in that place. I think that a woman can truly feel special in a place where it's like no one else has had that place with him, if that makes sense.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they want a man who's capable of being with a lot of women, but he's not with. He doesn't engage with a lot of women. I mean,
I agree.
He's capable of doing it because it's like it shows a level of discipline, I guess.
Exactly.
And and a lot of dudes claim to be disciplined who don't get a lot of women, but they just don't have a choice but to be disciplined
because they don't get people that want to.
Exactly. My point exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, and I think that's a quiet thing that a lot of women don't say out loud, because I mean, I don't know about you ladies, but it's like for the time that I've been an adult, I've heard a lot of women complain about the same type of guys, maybe the same small number of guys, which I'm not knocking them for, but I'm starting to like pay attention to like, you know what? Maybe you know, you have to be a certain type of guy to even have access to these kind of women. Because I'm realizing another thing about women. Whenever you ask them what kind of man they want, it's not usually the kind of man that they respond to. It's usually the kind of man that's more so in a ideal world, basically, like, you know, where like everything is perfect. Because I'm from experience, I know like usually when you listen to like women and like what kind of man you should be, they usually tell you the kind of man that they would want to cheat on. Honestly, as fucked up as that sounds, because it's very fucked up out here, and I don't know why he's laughing back there, but it's fucked up as it is. I mean, I think he's going to go use the bathroom.
I think that we are laughing because I don't know about you, but my thing is that yes, like, hold on, say what you just said at the very end of that.
Okay, but what I was saying was, usually whenever you listen to women about what kind of man you should be, they usually tell you how to be a man that they would like to cheat on you, or the kind of man that they would cheat on. Okay, basically.
So here's my thing: is I think that a lot of women, especially our age, go for men that they don't exactly want, because we're young and no one has all of their stuff together. Like, I mean, some people do, but like the majority of our age group doesn't have their stuff together, and I think that a lot of women go for men that they think that they can fix. And whenever they say, I want a guy who's sweet, I want a guy who's disciplined, I want a guy who has a good work ethic, I want a guy with good hygiene, they go, like, they say that, and then the actual men that they respond to, like you said, are men that they think they can fix.
Well, I think that's because compared to a man who's, you know, mostly disciplined and, you know, tries to have his stuff together, I think with those kind of men, with the man who, you know, he was talking about bad hygiene and stuff, I think those kind of men, it's like, I'm realizing this like every day as I get a little bit older. I can't believe I just said that. But I'm realizing a lot of women who are like our age, you know, like early 20s, I'm realizing a lot of women don't have appreciation for boring. Like how most men do. Most women don't have an appreciation for boring. Because, hey, that song back in the day, it stands to this day. Girls just want to have fun nowadays. And a lot of girls, they can't have fun with someone who's, you know, disciplined and, you know, has their life together, because they're going to be challenged more than they're going to have fun. And, you know, I'm not knocking them for it, but I'm realizing, like, hey, that's just who they are to this day. Usually, and back to what I was saying about when women give advice about how men should be, they don't really tell you good advice about the women who they are now. It's more like women who are the kind of woman that they're going to be later. You know, the kind of woman that's going to appreciate it more. Not so women in their early 20s, as I'm realizing, and, you know, as I realized growing up. And you know, as a man, all you can really do is you kind of have to ask other men who've had success with women, because, you know, you don't ask a fish how to catch a fish. You ask a fisherman. Yeah. Which, you know, I mean, I'm not knocking women for it at all. I don't think they're bad people for, you know, their mate selection. No, they're just being women at the end of the day.
Well, I know that I'm supposed to like disagree with you, and this is like the point, but honestly, I do agree with you. And I think that a lot of women, including myself, have expectations for the man that they want to eventually end up with. But like in this phase now, like I just turned 21. Like obviously I want to go and have fun. Like it happens. And that's like with our age group, like that's what happens. And I don't know. I think that he's laughing at me. I think that, I don't know. I agree with you. Like, I can't disagree with what you're saying, and I know that I'm supposed to, because we're supposed to start fighting, but I don't know. I think that a lot of women have expectations for the person that they want to end up with, and then the reason that they end up with the guys that don't meet their expectations is because of the stage of life that they're in right now.
Yeah, and I think one thing that a lot of women don't talk about, and, you know, I just talked about this with someone on Saturday. I'm not gonna really name names, just, you know, out of respect, but she was talking to me about this one guy, and she was talking about how she can't get over him. I mean, she tried moving on, but the person who she moved on with, she had to, I guess, break things off because she was still attached, and I had to get that. I had to say that word out loud because, you know, I mean, attachment's a motherfucker, okay? Speaking from experience, you know, man, we've all been attached to someone. I know you've been attached to someone not too long ago. But hey, man, attachment's a motherfucker. But I'm realizing is like especially a lot of women, I think men are like this too, but especially women, I think a lot of women are afraid of, I guess, trying something new because they would rather stay in a comfortable hell rather than test out a comfortable heaven. Yeah, you know, and I said that, but I think it's a lot more. I think men are like that because, like, you know, it's very hard for men to fall in love.
Okay, I know I'm talking a lot. I'm so sorry. If y'all want the mic, please take it from me. But I honestly completely agree that you're right. And here's the thing is, whenever a man or a woman is attached to someone, the first thing that they run to do is go and find someone else. And that's the hardest thing too, is because, like, that's why trust issues start, is because, like, you meet someone and then they're like, a week down the road, I'm not over my ex. Sorry. Like, this has got to end, you know?
Yeah.
So,
No, I'm disagreeing.
yeah.
I mean, trust issues. I mean, I don't think trust issues is.
Not even just no, like
I think trust issues is very easy to get over as long as you start trusting the right things.
True.
You have to trust people to be exactly who they are, and you also have to trust yourself to walk away if they do fuck shit. Instead of trusting them to be this person that you want them to be, because then you'll start resenting them if they don't become that person.
Abby's laughing.
Can I ask you some questions?
Yeah, what's up, girl?
Okay, perfect. So I wrote a couple down.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Hold on. Well, I was in a Zoom class this
Do your
morning.
thing.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, it's
What?
titled Questions for Justin.
Ah, shit.
Okay. What do you think women misunderstand most about men?
What do I think women misunderstand most about men? That's a really good question because I haven't had
Yeah.
to think about this for a
I
good little
know.
minute.
How does it feel?
I don't know. It feels like someone's actually asking me for my opinion, but something that women misunderstand. I think one thing that a lot of women misunderstand about men is sometimes they think that we're being controlling, but it's just us protecting them from themselves.
Oh gosh. What do you mean by, like, being controlling? Give me an example of this.
Well, it's like, for example, right? It's like if I'm with a woman, and this may be very unpopular, this is where you guys may actually look at me crazy for once.
Oh God.
But when it comes to, like, if I'm with her and I let it be known that I'm with her, and I tell her that I'm with her, and we, you know, this is fully consensual that we're in the relationship, I think, in my honest opinion, if I'm not going out with her, I should have a say in what she wears.
Okay. Here's my thing. I thought you were gonna say if I'm not going out with her, she can't go, or if I'm with her, she can't wear what she wants. I think that that's a valid-ish thing. If you don't want her, if you're not with her, and she can't wear what she wants, but if it's like, is it something where you're gonna be like, you can't wear that?
If it's some bullshit, yeah.
Wait, can I say something?
Yeah.
I think that if you're in a relationship with a woman and she wants to purposefully show off her body while she's in a relationship with you, like wearing certain things where certain things are out that shouldn't be out, is as if she was like in a relationship. I think that if she wants to do something like that, why would you want to be with her?
Yeah, I mean that falls on us as well, because, you know, we didn't do our homework long enough to where, you know, where we decide to be with someone and we think that we're going to change that part of it. But she's got to want that for herself.
Right, Exactly.
in my personal opinion.
Enough. She's going to.
Well, if she wants that for herself, I mean,
You're not around.
I mean, take me out of the picture. I mean, if she wants that for herself, then yes, then
Right.
that'll be.
My
That's the most
question
perfect scenario.
is if you are with her, do you care what she wears? As long as obviously like there's an extent
For
to
the
it,
most
like-
part, nah.
Okay, so like that's what I think. I don't think that particular situation is controlling.
Yeah.
Because if you're sitting there on her arm and you still are like, you cannot wear that, which obviously there's extents. Like obviously you're going out naked, like that's not okay. But I think that if she's wearing a crop top or whatever, and you're going with her, y'all are gonna be together all night, and you're like, you can't wear that. I think at that extent it's controlling.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy, very easy to tell if someone's controlling because it's like, I think like men are only controlling if we know that we're afraid to lose her. That's why, like, if you're like a dude, you can't be afraid to lose your girl because then you're going to start, like, there's going to be like you're going to start treating her a different way, and it's not going to work out pretty good for either one of you two. You just have to, trust her to be exactly who she is. And, if that's the person that you've done your homework on and decided, hey, I want to be with this person today, I'm sure you're going to do just fine. But if you don't do that motherfucking homework, some shit is going to hit you like a box of rocks, and you're going to freaking resent that girl. Now, that's why I always do my homework. I don't give a fuck how much I like a person, because like and who you should be with is two completely different things. If you can't tell out here, the word like has got a lot of people fucked up out here.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's like people who have had access to us who probably shouldn't have had access to us.
Absolutely.
Probably because we like them, but we could separate like from who we should actually be rewarding out here. Because I mean, hey, there's a lot of shitty men and hoes out here being rewarded. There's a lot of shitty men being rewarded with box, and there's a lot of hoes out here being rewarded with wedding rings.
That's true.
Why do we got so many hoes out here? I mean, hell, we wouldn't have a lot of hoes if hoes wasn't getting married out here. But not too many hoes out here getting married. Me and him. Every time we see a girl who we know is a hoe getting married, we be like, damn, that's crazy. Nah, I don't say that shit at all. Look at me. If I don't ever get married, I'll be happy with life. That's me. I mean, now you as women, y'all probably have a whole different opinion on that. But me personally, if I don't get married, I'll be fine with that. Honestly, if I don't have a kid, I'll be fine with that. I mean, right now, I think I'm living just fine with no kids to my name.
Amen.
I'm just saying because I'm high key afraid of having a kid right now, especially because I'm not married. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I feel like you have a kid with could dictate a lot of shit. Am I wrong here? No. I genuinely feel like you have
What did Drake
kids
say?
with, I genuinely feel like
Hey,
you have kids with
what
could
did Drake
dictate a
say?
lot. Huh?
What did Drake say? 21 with no kids.
That was Jacquees, I thought.
What? It was Drake.
No, that was Jacquees.
It was Drake.
That was Jacquees. Rolly with on the shit. 21 with no kids. I'm a
No, not that song. Yeah.
So I guess you're both right.
Anyways, okay,
Two-
next question. This is serious.
Two things to be right.
This is.
But yeah,
this is.
I genuinely feel like you have kids which can dictate a lot. I mean, because I always pay attention to whoever a lady has kids with. Because there's no bigger honor that a girl can give you than, extending your bloodline. And, this is one thing that a lot of niggas got to pay attention to. But they don't because, they can be ones in the box. Nah, not me. I be really having to pay attention. Because I got to see who she's rewarding out here. All right, this is why I somewhat care about a girl's past. All right, I'm. It's not me being insecure. It's just me, recognizing patterns. And I think, in me personally, I think like if people like start to like pay attention to how people be moving out here instead of just like how they be feeling about a person, they can be saving themselves a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah.
There's people out here who be over here depressed about someone. They be freaking They be stressing the fuck out, man, losing hair, getting skinny as hell. I mean, this should be bad out here, man. I'm saying it should be, bro. It should be bad
This
out
fucking
here.
plays about us.
I wasn't even talking
plays
about. It was crazy. I wasn't even talking about this specifically, bro. But like, should be getting bad
just
out here, bro.
joking,
They
I think.
skin be bad all of a sudden. But as soon as they freaking break that shit off, man, they skin get clear as a bitch.
Yeah, we get skinny, our skin gets bad, or the other way around because of men.
I'm sorry, but
If you let them control your life that much, I guess.
yeah, see, here's my thing, right, bro? I mean, that's probably my deal breaker. If she's a little, she's a little big. She's a little big, bro. I think that's my deal breaker. Can I explain why? This is nothing to do with like fat folk.
He's fat phobic. Please
this
explain.
isn't fat phobic, right? Because here's my thing, right? I think because I'm someone who works out, I want to be able to keep it sexy for my girl, right? As well as, and I think because I work out, I think I have every right to command someone who works out. It's like we
like
always
I
talked
said
about earlier,
earlier,
having
yeah.
standards. You know, you want to
Exactly.
be with someone who meets that standard. All right, because being in a relationship is not just about feelings; it's also about alignment.
Okay, yes, I agree. And the thing that we said earlier about like if you have this expectation for the girl that you're going to be with, like you should be that too. So I think that if a guy, like a bigger man is like or even shorter. Let's do shorter for men. Like if a short man is like, I want this girl to be under 120 pounds. And another girl is like, I want my man to be over 5'9", please. And everyone's like, you suck because you want a tall man. But it's like the same. But it has to be
Well, here's why they say
equal.
that.
This is what I'm saying.
Here's why they say that. Weight is something that you can control. Aside from like a disease or something that you were born with or something that
Agree.
you maybe weight is something that you can control. Height is given.
Agree. No, I completely agree with you. But it's like, I can't disagree
Now,
with that.
I don't knock women for winning height.
But
I don't knock
yes,
that at all.
Yes, that's what I'm saying is like, but I can't have that expectation for the guy that I'm going to be with. He can expect me to be under 5'4", and I'm not. So like,
Now, if your bitch is like 4'11" and asking for
Yeah,
someone who's like Shaq height, then come on, bro.
Exactly.
You gotta,
So, like-
you gotta give a fuck about your body, bro. Like, come on. Like, I'm sure like that's gonna fucking like fuck your shit up. I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm not saying that you're fat phobic, but I'm just saying
I
that
can't be.
you're not. No, it's what I'm saying is like, if you have that expectation for your woman because you work out and you take care of your body, I think that's totally valid
Yeah,
to
I
have
mean-
that expectation for someone else. And that's what we were talking about earlier is it has to be equal.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, I don't think what I'm asking for is a crime here.
No,
I mean, I'm just
agree.
asking.
I don't think you're fat phobic. I took back my comment.
Yeah, I'm just trying. I'm just trying to keep it sexy, man. What? I'm trying to be with a woman. Like people are gonna be looking at as like the hot mom soon.
Right.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I want,
Everybody has their preferences.
I want my girl to look like a trophy to most people, but I want her to be a treasure to me. And here's what I mean by treasure. Think about what
So
treasure
cute.
is, man.
That
Treasure
was
is something.
cute.
Treasure is something that you hold valuable. Something that you don't want anyone else to have. Meanwhile, a trophy, you trying to show all that shit off, which I mean, I don't mind showing off either because that's what trophies are for. But I want her to really feel like treasure most of the time because them looks be wearing off and stuff. You just want her to feel like she's the one. Yeah, not mine. Nah,
Anyways, okay, this is a really, really good question in my
all right,
opinion.
be careful.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, of course.
So, this is a question for men. Like, so when you say that you're not ready for a relationship, is it that you're not really that ready, or you're just not ready to treat her right?
Well, okay, so I think that goes both ways, but men and women when they. say
But
they're
this
not
is
ready for a
specifically for men right now.
Well, I think the same answer applies. I mean, okay, for men, it's crazy because we actually have more answers to this, or more answers for this question than y'all. Y'all really have one answer. We have like three, maybe.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay,
So
let's hear 'em.
The first two answers is like maybe I'm not at a point in my life to where I believe that you could actually benefit from this situation.
You think it might not benefit her, right?
Yes.
So then why entertain her in the first place?
Because maybe it's where we want to be, but we know we don't have what it takes to stay there. and we realize that. What?
So it's where you want to be, okay? So
where you
why
wanna-
not, before you entertain somebody, work on yourself before you entertain them? If that's where you want to be with that person, why not plot and work on yourself before you continue to start to pursue that person?
Okay, just because men are more strategic doesn't mean we're always good at. Sometimes timing is everything.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by you're more strategic?
Well, we gotta have game to get y'all in the first place.
Okay, fair, but aren't y'all the only ones? Never mind.
What? No, go ahead and talk. No, go ahead and
I was
talk.
gonna say, I
Go
feel
ahead
like
and talk.
you hear about like more men cheating on their girlfriends,
Yeah, and
and
usually,
if you were strategic, you wouldn't get caught.
no, if you were strategic, you would keep your spot safe. Which for some reason, a lot of men get their girl back after they cheat by how being strategic.
Yeah. Oh
Even
man,
manipulation
please don't
strategy.
say that.
Even manipulation strategy. I'm not saying all strategy is good strategy, but hey, they had to have done something to keep
Yeah,
you
but
around.
So you think that whenever a guy gets a girl back after cheating on her, it's strategy?
Duh. I
Okay.
mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. If you
What
can
man
betray
wants
someone,
to be
if
that
you
kind
can
of guy
betray
that uses
someone-
strategy to take advantage of women's emotions?
I'm not saying it's the right thing to do.
Put the camera back on me.
I'm not saying it's the right thing to do at all because he had to use some level of strategy to keep you around.
But
even
why
after.
why do men do that? Like
Why do men
what
do what?
is it something internal? Why they sit there and use strategies on you?
Well,
Is that something, riddle me this, is that something internal with them, which is why they want to do that to,
Oh my
to
god!
women?
I got a funny answer for this. I mean, before I've been told they grandma just died, so I mean, I don't know, bro.
Seriously
I
though,
don't
like
know.
for real.
I don't know why
But
they do
if
it.
you okay, so for example, have you ever done that before?
Have I ever?
Have
done
you
what?
ever pursued a woman and then you told her you weren't ready? Was it that you weren't ready, or was it because you didn't treat her right, or you weren't able to treat her right at that moment in your life?
What's treating her right though? We gotta
Asking
ask
her
what
to-
that means.
Asking her to be your girlfriend and going out on dates and treating her right. Like I feel like this is common sense. Like
I more than likely wasn't ready, and I would usually voice that in the
You what?
beginning, and I would usually voice that in the beginning, like, "Hey, I'm not looking for anything in particular."
right.
Yeah,
But
okay.
so okay. So what if they continue to pursue you and then don't voice that until it actually gets real?
Because it's like
What does that mean?
because they are probably under the anticipation that they would have secured the bag by then. They would have gotten the whatchamacallit.
So they got what they wanted and just left because they had gotten what they wanted.
Sure, yeah, we'll call it that.
Interesting.
Now,
Next question.
Now, I'm not saying all guys do it, but hey, I mean, shit, there is a good amount. I
Okay.
can't even lie to you. I can't even lie.
The past probably 4 men I've talked to have done that. to
Damn,
me.
girl,
But
what the fuck
anyways,
you doing?
yeah, my picker's broken.
Her picker is broken.
What the fuck you mean her picker is broken?
For my throat right now.
Both of their pickers are broken, actually.
What you mean?
Don't give me
Their picker is
comes
broken.
Abby.
All 3 of our pickers are broken.
Is it your picker or your nervous system?
Someone come fix our pickers, please.
That's up to
Okay.
y'all. If it's
Okay. If your future daughter dated a man like you, how would you feel?
I'd feel real good actually. A man who be on his shit. I mean, a man who can actually say no to some ass. I mean, yeah, I think I'd feel
Okay,
pretty
fair. I think that everything I know about you, I think that I would be okay with my daughter dating you.
good.
So
Now,
I think,
You have your shit together.
yeah,
You're respectful. You're kind.
you're kind of fat phobic, but
I'm not fat phobic. I just have a.
I'm
have
joking,
a one.
guys.
But for me, I mean, one red flag about me. I mean, me personally. I mean, if we're really saying that, I think one thing about me, I'm not someone who's going to really like voice what he's going through eternally. I guess.
Yeah, fair, but I do think you have a beige flag. Like, I think that you are very, very emotionally mature, and I'm not sure that if it's like from doing this podcast and hearing a bunch of other people like talk about it and you asking these questions, but I do think that you're very emotionally mature. So like let's say my daughter's playing games. I think like you're the type of man that can see right through that.
Yeah, I mean, cause you really just like, I just don't want to be wasting my time anymore.
Yeah, fair.
If I know I'm gonna if I end up deciding in my head that I want something, I'm not gonna waste time.
Yeah.
And I think another thing about me not being so vocal, or about me, being more mature emotionally, is you just gotta want to take yourself out of a state of survival, I guess. Just basically like you really have to like be more open, I guess, because I want to be happy, and what's one thing that you have to do to be happy? You have to be vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be open. You have to be willing to deal with some different things that may seem uncomfortable at first,
Mm-hmm.
because you really have to like go against your nervous system, I guess.
Yeah, but also I'm not like trying to diagnose you right now, but you are like a people watcher. Like you sit and you sit back and watch. I feel like everything I know, like you sit back and watch. So I feel like with you, if you're ever gonna get vulnerable with someone, it's gonna be because you've watched them and you've seen what they've done and you recognize patterns and you see all of this stuff.
Well, yeah, because the patterns don't lie.
Right, because you'll get over it. Like I don't think that that's a red flag essentially for you, because I think that whenever you see this person and like you're getting to be vulnerable with them, you've watched them for so long and seen all of their patterns.
Well, I think I value consistency more than I value attraction.
Fair.
But the attraction still gotta be there. But
Yeah.
consistency is really what matters. Because if you're gonna be with someone, you really gotta like really pay attention to how they are consistently, because that's what's gonna matter at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
When they're consistent, you're more than likely. It gives you a greater chance to not go through the bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, is there a chance to where someone is really like consistently, like not proper back, but you still go through some bullshit? Of course, that's just life at the end of the day. But you want to give yourself the best chance at the end of the day. You gotta want to help yourself instead of putting yourself through some hell. Because there's a lot of people who like genuinely like their problems out here. Because I think a lot of people know what it takes to not put themselves through the bull, but they probably don't want to do that because they low key probably like their problems. They like how it gives them a little emotional turmoil. Because I think and that's where assholes be good, man. They know how to put you through that emotional roller coaster that a lot of women like. And that's not me saying that women are bad people, but I'm saying like that's where like the assholes got people like me beat.
And this is why you can date our daughters. Next subject.
Why?
I can't.
Wait, okay. Do you want to ask a question next, or do you want me to ask?
Yeah, you can ask one next.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
ask.
So I have one for all of us, and then I have just one more for you, and that's
Okay.
it. I swear.
Okay.
This is not Graceland's podcast. I swear. Okay. So the one for you. Should I ask the one for everybody, or should I ask the one for you?
You can ask one for everybody.
Okay. I don't think anybody's ready for this.
Oh, you got it.
Okay. What's the real reason your last situation didn't work, and don't blame that person?
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Why it did not work? I think I got to a point where I thought the best solution for temporary disrespect was long-term neglect. And I think I made her feel neglectful to a point to where the best thing for her was to honestly check out. And I think when she checked out, she checked out months prior to when we broke up. And I think whenever we broke up, I was a little bit more confused by it. But, sitting back and looking at it, sitting by yourself, you more so have a real opportunity to where you can't really run away from it because you're just by yourself and not distracting yourself from other folks. So you really realize hey, I was really bullshit with this person, and I didn't really make her feel like she was an important piece of my life. And because I didn't make her feel like she was an important piece of my life, she looked at other places to where she knew where she would be valued. And I guess there was a point where I didn't value her to the point where she believed that she deserved to be valued, and she was right at the end of the day. So it was my fault at the end of the day. And I'm happy I'm truly happy that she found a place to where she knows that she's valued, and she's number one, honestly. And I'm very much happy for her about that. And I have to live with that. And I know for a fact that was my fault. I'm not gonna blame it on her. I'm not gonna blame it on social media like other people. Nah, this was all me, and I know it was all me.
She a bitch, man.
That's crazy.
Bitch.
But not real shit. It was all me. But not real shit. That was all me.
I think it's very mature of you to sit here and, admit that. Yeah, for sure. I think everybody has their own issues. So to put everything on you is like unrealistic. Like you definitely,
Well,
she definitely could have been doing things wrong. That
Well, I like to put everything on me because it gives me the most power. Instead of spending time, blaming other people, you can blame yourself for the stuff that that you did.
yeah,
And just
because you're
leave
not
it
gonna
at
get
that.
anywhere blaming other people
And
for.
just leave it at that. You can actually
Yeah.
blame yourself and change what you have to, change instead of wasting time blaming stuff on other people.
I agree.
Now, I will say this. Thank God I was never a crazy ex.
Well, I
Thank
can't
God.
relate to that one. Okay.
Oh, my God.
I think that I put too much pressure on our relationship when I first start talking to somebody, and too much pressure on making that person really forcing that person to make me believe that they aren't going to hurt me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like pressuring that person into thinking, "Oh, you need to be ready right now, and you need to do this for me right now, and you need to be emotionally available in this situation right now."
Definitely with that. Yeah, that's another thing that I probably best believe I messed up is I didn't meet her halfway at some point.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I definitely could have improved on was just taking the person for who she was instead of the person who I knew she's probably going to end up being.
Yeah.
But she wasn't that at that time.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I just
Exactly.
couldn't meet her where she was at.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I think I do that every time I talk to somebody, and I definitely need to work on it, but
I mean, you're a work in progress too. I mean, that's perfectly
yeah.
fine.
And I think everybody is, honestly, in like different aspects.
I mean, it's better that you recognize that early. That way that you can work on that and, be better whenever you move on. I mean,
Yeah.
because a lot of people, they go through the same stuff because, they're afraid to tell themselves that it's their fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell, even people who cheat, I mean, most people, they're not really told that something is their fault, and they don't believe it until, they keep going through bad relationship after bad relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I just didn't want to go through that because, I seen our parents. I mean, they was pretty dysfunctional, I guess you could say. I mean, I don't really know what it looks like to see two people work out like this, but I do like, hey, I do like some things were fucked up, and I do like I didn't want to do some of those things because I saw that it didn't work.
Yeah.
So all you can really do is just like pay attention to and see if something works or not. Because I mean, looking for me, I recognize something early, like, hey, like, nah, this is some bullshit. So I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think, for me personally, I know the things that I've been through in my life. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's why I'm so cautious, and that's why I'm so pushy on, like, are you ready? Like, are you ready? Are you sure about this? Like, do you want to go through with this? Like, do you know what you want? Do you want me? Are you sure? Because I've been through so much in my life to where it's been like, I need to make sure,
I think that you just want to be affirmated.
I think that's a part of it. I think that's part of it for sure. But I think I'm so consistent on making sure that I'm not going to get hurt again that I'm like pushing that person away.
Well, it's like maybe you won't get hurt, but you have to realize everyone that you love, you're going to lose at some point. And that's the truth. I mean, it's the truth. Whether that's like maybe you and your friends fall out,
Yeah.
whether you break up with someone, or maybe maybe you have parents or friends who maybe are no longer with us. I mean, at some point you're gonna lose everyone you love,
Yeah.
unless everyone you love and you just died at the same time. I mean, that's the only scenario where you're not gonna lose someone. But no, you're gonna lose everyone that you're ever gonna love, and that's why loving someone is so cool, because we know what the inevitable is.
Yeah.
So I think that everyone was shocked whenever you said like that we're gonna lose everyone we love. I see what you mean by that, because I think that Graceland being scared of being hurt, which everyone is probably afraid of being hurt, but it's like hurt is inevitable.
Yeah.
Whether that's in relationships, deaths, pet deaths, anything, like hurt is inevitable. I think that's what you were saying.
It's
by
what they
everyone
call
you're
a
gonna
canon event.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
It develops character if it makes you feel any better.
Okay.
It develops character.
Yeah.
What's the real reason your last situation didn't work, and don't blame that person?
You already asked that question.
She was asking me again.
For all of us.
Okay, so I'm not gonna go too deep into the
Oh shit.
situation, but so basically, I was definitely one of those people that stated that I wasn't ready at first because I needed the time. I wasn't really mentally there yet.
Stop. I'm just kidding.
Save the face.
I'm just kidding.
But later down the road, like I realized like I did want that person, and that like I wanted to be in that with them. I was ready at that time, so we got it, whatever. And it got to a point where I ended up getting comfortable.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I got comfortable, and so I was there physically, but I wasn't there emotionally. Like I wasn't very vulnerable. I wasn't open at all.
See, being comfortable. See, but it's like,
It's definitely a hard situation to get into.
but that like
Or to
happens
get
to like
by.
95% of people in a relationship.
Yeah.
They do get comfortable. Heck, it happens to. Heck, man, why do you think some people get fat? Why do you think some people they don't change their personalities? Why do you think they don't ever strive to be better? I mean, people get comfortable like that. I mean, it does happen. All you can do is just try and recognize like, hey, maybe
Yeah.
I'm getting a little comfortable. Maybe all you gotta do is just definitely identify it, because
Yeah.
that's usually the hardest part, is just identifying it. I mean.
Yeah.
I think that definitely happened for me. I definitely got comfortable, neglecting someone that I loved, and I ended up pushing her away because of that. And I didn't recognize it until it was too late. So
Yeah.
that definitely, I recognized it whenever, by the time it was already fucked, that's when I recognized it. And sometimes you gotta take an L to really like figure out who you are.
Yeah. It was definitely a learning portion of my life.
Well,
But
as Parker would say, it's a learning experience.
yes. And so I lost my train of thought now.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, I lost my train of thought now.
Ball up top, Kate.
Oh wait.
Okay, so basically, I was in the same boat as you. I didn't really realize what I was doing until it was a little too late.
That's usually a little like, and
Yeah.
like that's where like, and that's where like a lot of men get scared, because we're afraid to like. There's not a lot of men on this earth who can tell women about themselves.
Yeah.
Why?
was-
Because you're worried that that you're going to be labeled as something that's probably not true, or they might try to kick your ass. I mean, I don't know. I mean, me personally, I just don't give a fuck anymore. So I don't mind doing it, because I genuinely do not give a fuck. I mean, if you see it on my face whenever I'm out in public, I genuinely don't give a fuck, because like, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? What, you can't face the truth?
Guys, I think he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I genuinely don't. I mean,
Justin
we
does
should have a
not
header-
care.
we should have a header on the bottom of the podcast, like breaking news. Justin just doesn't give a fuck. I think that'd be great. Honestly,
Am I ready? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited. Okay.
what you got?
So I'm not on me. This is all on me.
Okay.
So in
Oh, you still got to answer. Okay.
yeah, my last situation didn't work out because I have very, very high expectations of the person that I'm with, and I strive really hard to see the best in everyone in my life. I see the best qualities of anyone, my friends, my parents, my siblings, my significant other. I see the best thing that I can possibly see in them, and that's exactly why my last relationship didn't work out.
Wait. So wait, it's like, are you trying to like see like the good in people?
Mm-hmm. I
So
do.
I
think
do you take
that
people for what they are or what you want them to be?
I take people for what I want them to be or what I think that they can be, and that's
Do you think that builds a lot of resentment whenever you do that?
yes, absolutely. I think that, and that's another thing. My last relationship ended because of there was so much resentment because I wasn't getting what I needed from that relationship, and I was expecting, I guess, too much from this person, and that's okay. And I mean, it's on me, and that's why the relationship didn't work out. Yeah.
I think she was expecting the bare minimum in a relationship, and she wasn't experiencing that. And I think when you expect somebody, I think when you, I think when you expect somebody to treat you like a human when you're in a relationship and they don't do that, you constantly think to yourself, why am I not worth? And it makes you question your worth, and it makes you question, am I worth being treated right? Which truly,
Well, I think your worth. I think you start questioning your worth if you believe that's where you want to be, or if you stay in that position.
that's when you start to believe that's where you should be.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody should ever be in a relationship that's their partner is giving them below the bare minimum.
Well, some people go right back to that situation, and then you have to decide, and then from their actions, all you can say is they don't deserve better because they're exactly where they want to be at.
Right, and I think too that's where it goes back to where you want to see the best in people, and you go back and you go back and you go back until you can't anymore because what you expect from them is never going to come, and that's.
I mean, yeah, and that can suck like a bitch too. I mean, knowing
Trust
that
me.
you know,
I know it.
knowing
I
that,
know it can.
yeah, knowing that what you want is never gonna come from the person that you want it from. It's gonna, it sucks like hell.
It's
I mean,
the hardest
I get it.
thing ever.
I
The hardest
get
thing
it.
I've ever been through, honestly.
I get it. It sucks like hell, man. And then you have to decide, like, hey, man, does my love for this person like override, what I need in my life? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and, it's a hard choice to pick, but I know what I'm going to pick every time.
And the love is the reason that you want to see the good in this person. Even like the love for my friends, like, or like my family. Like I want to see the absolute best in them. Like if I hear something, I'm like, no. Like, and it's just like the love for that person is the reason that I think that I just want to see the good in everyone.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes though you have to accept that some people don't want more for themselves.
True.
And when that happens, you just have to love them from a distance. It's
Grayson
still
says
it's still nothing you
clock it.
can't do. I mean, because if you stay somewhere for so long, I mean, it definitely impacts you in some ways. I mean, I've never seen someone stay with someone for a long time and they didn't become different.
Yeah. Hold on. I was here 2 years ago on the same podcast, and well, not the same. This is new with Justin. Justin with Justin Birch.
There you
But
go.
and I said something that a lot of people said something about. I said I stayed in my last relationship for so long because I was genuinely okay with what was going on. And I think that the difference between me then and me now is I was not okay with what was going on. And I tried so hard to change it. And like that, I guess that's personal growth where it's like, then I wasn't trying to change it. I was just like, whatever, do what you want. But now in this stage of my life, like that's personal growth where it's like, you have to change this. And if you don't, bye.
I mean,
That's all.
and that's perfectly fine. I mean, I don't expect people to stay the exact same way for a whole 2 years. I mean,
think you're the exact same person since the last?
hell no. Absolutely not.
That's a good thing, though.
Absolutely not. I mean, you start to have certain conversations with yourself that I wasn't really having back then. I think I was operating more in a survival mode back then compared to what I am doing now. That's another thing that I definitely could have been better at in my relationship because, she doesn't really know survival. She knows what love is. That's survival was the only thing that I knew growing up. I mean, I didn't really know what it was like to just really love someone. I think I only knew how to make it through that day.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what survival is.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I don't really open up. That's one of the things that like I've kept from that survival era was not really opening up to me people, because it's like, you know, you can't really tell everybody everything, because like, hey, they can't use it against you.
Yeah.
Or they some people, they don't even try to understand you. They just listen to what you're saying. And you kind of feel like you're just wasting your time. And it's like, hey, do I even want to talk to this person anymore? Because like they're not even trying to understand me. But that's one thing that's one thing that you gotta do if you want to be at peace, is not seek to be understood. Because a lot of people, they want to be understood out here, but it's like, hey man, not everyone can be who you are at the end of the day, and you know, and that's perfectly okay. And it looks like Parker hit me with the little emote. It looks like he wants me to wrap this up, which, you know, I guess. But I'm going to ask you ladies one last question. What is one thing that you wish that men understood more about you guys as women in general?
Do I have to go first? Do you have an answer?
Go ahead. I don't have an answer.
Do you have an answer? Because I don't think I do. Just yet.
I think that I want a man to understand that sometimes I need my alone time. Like I don't want you to be at
You
my
sound
butt.
like a man. I
That's
can't even
that's
lie.
not. I don't want you to be at my butt all the
You
time.
sound like a man just now.
Yeah, please. That's my thing. And like, it's not that I don't like you. It's not that I don't love you. Like, just damn, please, like, don't be up my butt.
Holy shit.
I know sometimes it's not like a very easy thing to do to be with me, but at the same time is I wish somebody would just take like the amount of time that is needed to actually understand me as a person, like me fully. That's all.
Okay.
Like,
You might need to write a whole book about. I feel like everyone should just write a whole book about who they really are. How do you get banned from Tinder? Genuinely,
She
how do you-
downloaded when she was 17. And they found out.
Ah, shit. So you want those people.
I'm actually a cougar, which makes this even more funnier because it's like I downloaded Tinder just to look at older guys when really I don't even like older guys. But anyways,
This is crazy work.
okay, I think
I got Parker stressed out.
I don't really know. Like, I don't really have an answer for this question. I think. Are you sure? Yeah. Okay.
Gracelyn wants men to understand her emotions more because I think I think that she does do a really good job of expressing them, but it just like goes like this over the men's head, and that's why she wished that men just understood her emotions better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
emotionally on a deeper level.
Yeah, I'm very like an emotionally intelligent person. So when it comes down to like deep conversations, like I need that. What are we laughing at? Seriously.
You got some shit to say over there.
Parker,
Let's
why you
share
do
with
that?
the class.
Parker, why you do that, bro? Why you do that, bro? Parker,
Let's
why you
share
do
with the
that?
class.
Why you do that?
Didn't fucking think so.
Why you laughing at it, man? Why you laughing?
You don't
Well-
want to say anything now?
To you and your emotions, you know, I think, you know, we just gotta pay attention to what you're actually saying instead of, you know, us talking so much. I think we just gotta pay attention to what you were saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and with that being said, guys, I think this was a great first episode. You know, man, we got pretty deep over here. You know, we got pretty, you know, we got some good conversation over here. You know, man, it's great to chat with three open-minded ladies. At least I believe that they're open-minded. At least I hope so. because it can be rough out here. But do you guys have any final messages, final thoughts?
Like, subscribe, 6'7".
Oh shit! See, she almost won me over, bro. She almost won me over.
6, 7. That's all. Thank you for watching the video. Share, comment down below.
You know, and my last statement for this episode, all right, to my fellow nephews out here, never send a double text because double text is the same as double dribbling. All right, now, you know, episode 2 will be on the way very soon. I'll have to find me a new guest, but it should be new and improved, and it'll be very fun. All right, and with that being said, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow the TikTok. Follow the Instagram. It'll be in the little bio. And with that, all that being said, man, appreciate you watching.
Bye.